your business. So it's July the 11th, right? Or are we July the 12th? So what does that look like in business time? If we're on a business calendar, what day is it?
October.
It's October 12th.
Yeah.
Anything that you do right now, whether when you start prospecting, will probably close October 12th. How does that make you feel? I know I just felt the energy in the room go, whoa.
Yeah.
Scary, right? So what are we going to do about that? What can we do about that? I think it starts by reassessing our goals first. And so everybody on their seat and their table has this goal setting to the now exercise. And I think this is a really, really good place to start now that we're at halftime on figuring out where do I want to go? Where do I want to go with my goals? What do I want the end of the year to look like? So I'm going to ask for the next 8-9 minutes that everybody just be actively engaged and focused here. Can you give me that promise?
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. So that means phones off. Mine's it might vibrate. We'll figure that out. Anyways, so I want you to think about a someday goal. There's work's not you don't have to worry about work. You don't have to worry about money. If all of that was taken care of, someday, where do you want to be? Like, what's the ultimate dream world for you? What does that look like? Think about that. You can write those notes down. But what does the perfect world look like for you? Where are you? Are you at the beach? Are you out in the country? Are you in the city? Are you in the mountains? Where are you? Think about that. Write that down if you have that idea. Where are you? Now I want you to think the sun's rising wherever you're at right now. So it's early morning. What does that look like? What does your view look like? What does the house that you're in look like? How do you feel about that? Feeling good right now? Yes? So let's add to that. So who is there with you? Significant other? Kids? Maybe kids are there. Maybe kids are gone. They've got their own lives. So who's there with you? Now if your kids are gone, what are they doing? What does that perfect life look like for them? What do you think? How's everybody feeling right now? Good, right? Thinking about it, you're like, wow, that's where I could go. That's where I want to go. That's my someday goal. So here's what I want everybody to do in thinking about that someday goal. And this is going to be one of the most important parts about this exercise. Think about those people who were in there. Think about those people that were by your side in that someday goal. Significant others, your family, friends, loved ones. What I want you to do tonight is go and share this goal with them, because that's going to be the most important part about reaching those big goals. Reaching those someday goals is having some accountability to it. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah. So go, make me this promise that tonight you will go, or even after this afternoon. Last time when we did this on Monday, I actually texted my loved ones right from class and I said, here's my big someday goal. This is how you fit into that world. Please keep me accountable to that. What do you think? You think that helps? Does that help you really kind of anchor what that big goal is? Because if you can just have that goal, and this is where one of the hardest parts while you're going through this, while you're tracking numbers, while you're doing the CGI calls, it's not fun sometimes, right? There are parts of our business that are not sexy, they're not fun. And so having those long-term goals and knowing where am I going, why I'm doing all of this right now is because of that goal, because of that someday goal. So keep that in mind, and that's part of your big why. When we talk about big whys, your someday goal falls into that big why. So now bridging the gap between someday and getting here. Let's come all the way back to today now. So what can I do today? What's the one thing that I can do today that by doing so I've taken a step in that direction? What's the one thing I can do in the next 15 minutes after this meeting's over that I can do that will take me in that direction? Think about that. Yeah. Yes, that's your one thing. Now that we're there, we're in a good spot. We're like, man, I've got this big goal. I've got this someday goal. It feels good. Thinking about it makes me happy. Now, what's something that you could do to completely ruin that? We're only going to go there for a split second. But think about it. For a split second, what's something that you can do that would ruin that, absolutely ruin that goal? Okay. Now stop thinking about that one. Now let's come back to it. So let's bridge the gap between someday and now. And that really starts by going out and figuring out what the longer mid-range goals are. So 5 years out, in order to get to my someday goal, where do I need to be in 5 years? And this is going to take some time to go and sit back and think about that. And what does my life have to look like in 5 years? What are the things that I have to focus on? What in my business do I have to focus on? What in my family life do I have to focus on? What in my physical and health life do I have to focus on to make it to that someday goal? And that's what we're thinking, and we're starting to come back. Now, let's bring it back in one more circle. In 1 year, what do I need to get done? Thinking about this. So, okay, we've got our someday goal. We've got 5 years. In 5 years, in order for me to get to my someday goal, this is what needs to happen. Now, in 1 year from today, if we're at halftime next year and we say, what have I gotten done? What does that have to look like? And then how do you break that into 12 months and say, this is what should be happening every single month? And then break that into 4 weeks at a time and say, this is what should happen every single week. Now, we've got a tool for that, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what is that tool called?
CGI.
Well, CGI, but so when we're talking about 1 year, 1 month, and 1 week, the 411. So we've got a tool for that. And so being able to create 411s and a 135 and knowing what your goal is. So we'll talk about this also in the next week. We're going to be talking about your 411 and your 135. I can tell you that we've done one for this market center. We know where we're at. We've come up with goals, strategies, and priorities that we have in order to reach our goal. And then we've converted that into a 411 so that we know that every week we know what our priorities are, what we should be doing every single week, so that we can win at the end. And we're all winners here, right?
Yes.
Exactly. So how did this exercise feel? What did you feel when you thought about, hey, here's where I want to go?
Excited.
Exciting, yeah. Anybody else?
A
It's-
little emotional for me, a little bit.
Yeah. Good. I mean, that means that you're doing it right. Did anybody else feel emotional? Like, did anybody feel like, ooh, when you're thinking like 5 years, like that's a long time, and someday that's a long time also, right? Yes? Okay, yeah, I'm seeing a bunch of head nods. That means you're doing it right. It means because you're really focusing on what you want. What do you want to get out of your life? What is it? Why are you here? So I'm going to wrap that all up in saying the CGI huddles that we'll be having over the next 4 weeks are going to be a great opportunity for you to take these goals and figure out, here's what I should be doing weekly. And we're going to be focusing on using the CGI tool so that you know how many appointments you should be having every week, so that you can know, hey, if I go on this many appointments, this means this many closings. I can track my expenses in